On November 21st of 2021, Darrell E. Brooks Jr. drove a sports utility vehicle through an annual Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin. 6 people lost their lives that day, and more than 76 were injured. Brooks ended up pleading not guilty on all counts. He represented himself in trial, and many of you know how all that went. The trial began on October 3rd of 2022. We've highlighted a lot of the trial on this channel if you'd like to watch it. The jury did find him guilty on all 76 charges, and on November 16th, he was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 763 years and 3 months to be served consecutively. In short, he will never see the light of day outside of a cell again. The following series is a 4-part video of his interviews from when he was taken into custody after the parade. When you get to the second video, which is part 2, you're going to see the video of him being taken out of his cell and being escorted into the interview with Carpenter. You may not have seen that before ever. That interview, though, you may have heard. If you have, I've broken that interview down to 3 pieces. So our segment of 4 does end with that interview. But what you may not have seen, and you might want to skip ahead for, are the images of him being taken out of that room and then placed back into his cell again. So we hope you enjoy this series. We appreciate you taking the time. And with that, let's get to it.
Test. Can you hear it?
Wouldn't let me out for a minute. Here you go, sir. This is Detective Carpenter.
Yeah.
Hey, Darrell.
All right, so I'm going to take these handcuffs off as long as, are you cool with that, Detective Carpenter?
Yep.
Yeah. Spread your feet apart for me, sir. Thank you. When this comes off your left hand, put it on top of your head for me, okay?
No problem.
All right, thank you, sir. Top of your head. Same thing with this one. Oh, face that way. Face that way.
It's the shoulder.
So nice and easy on you. There you go. All right, all yours.
Oh, you can drop your hands now, man. Thanks, appreciate it.
Holy
Darrell?
shit.
Oh. 1 second.
Am I looking at something serious, man?
No, like I said, Jay's coming through, and like I said, we have answers for you, so that it won't be as silly as yesterday. It was just an incredibly busy day.
I know. Just come on, Ben. You've been straight up with me the whole time, man. Am I looking at something serious, man?
We're gonna talk about it here. I don't know what your definition of serious is. You know what I mean? Like, you've been through the system before.
Yeah, cause I'm like, I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't been able to make one call, get any Tylenol from my. I haven't slept.
Sorry about that. Tylenol, that can just be their procedure and protocol or whatever. So. Yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
How's it? You okay?
No.
No!
It hurts bad.
Your shoulder?
Bad.
Well, it's gonna be sore, man.
Yeah.
But at least you know nothing's broken, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
So they say.
Well, they know what
Definitely
they're
might
doing
be
up
torn
there.
though.
They know what they're doing up there. Did you sleep okay?
No.
Sleep all right? Better than if you had a bunch of other people around you, though?
Better than that, but no. My shoulder hurts too bad right now.
Sure. They got you some McDonald's, I see.
Yeah, I couldn't really eat it, man.
What'd they get you?
Fish sandwich.
What'd they get you for breakfast?
Some type of little sandwich. I didn't even eat it though.
Okay. All right. What'd you eat last night?
Nothing.
Nothing? I know they got you something, didn't
I
they?
mean, some from Quick Trips and chips and so I didn't even eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you said you hadn't eaten since like Saturday, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Feeling
tried to, but
just kind of because you're unsure of what was happening.
unsure, the pain. I don't know. I'm like, what in the hell?
But you got something in your system now, so that you're not so.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I'm
Good.
glad. That's something. I know the shoulder's struggling.
Bad.
Shoulders worse than the knees, though.
Absolutely. I know something is wrong. I know something is wrong.
I just need to verify some more of the personal information. Can you bear with me and do that, Darrell? Do you mind that? Some of the.
I just want to know what is going on.
I'm going to tell you.
But
I got more to tell you than I did last night, so that might help you out. It took me a while to get. It's your girl's crazy, right? Yeah. So we'll get to that. But can you spell your first name again for me?
Darrell. So y'all talk to her?
Yeah, we'll talk
I
about
did not,
it.
but someone did. Darrell, what's your middle
that
name?
girl is a nutcase. That's my daughter's mama though. I love her.
Gotcha.
I love her to death, man.
We all got somebody.
What's your middle name, Darrell?
Edward.
Edward.
Yeah. I'm getting
Brooks?
I'm sorry, man. It hurts so bad. I'm getting teary eyed. Like seriously, I know something is wrong.
Brooks, right?
Yes, sir.
Junior?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your date of birth, Darrell?
2/21/82.
So you're 39.
Yes, sir.
Remind me, what's your home at 40?
4014 North 19th Street.
Okay.
And then I had to, because that light doesn't go off in there or even dim, so I was trying to like.
Didn't even dim?
It didn't even dim, so usually my comfortable side to sleep on is my left side where my shoulder, so when I turned over there, I was just like, oh my God. They came in there and was like, are you okay? I was like, no.
Yeah, you married, Darrell?
No.
No? Okay.
Supposedly supposed to be.
What's your phone number again?
414.
Mm-hmm.
339-5677.
Well, what's the 610 number you gave me last night?
That is my direct number.
What's your direct number?
610-2153. Sorry.
610-2...
2153.
2153. That's your direct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not married. What's your girlfriend's name?
Erica Patterson.
And she's your baby mama?
Yes.
How many total kids do you have?
I have 3.
3 kids?
Yes.
And you were born, was it Milwaukee?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yes.
So born in Detroit, live in Milwaukee.
Yes, sir.
Last grade you completed, what was that again?
12th.
And are you working right now?
No, not currently.
Okay. How long you been out of work?
Let's see, when did I get locked up from Milwaukee? It's a few months.
Anything to do with the pandemic? That's been hitting
Yeah,
you hard.
that's the
Losing
reason
money.
why, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
It made me smooth off.
Okay.
I got stuff lined up though, so.
Yeah, what, like what?
I'm probably gonna go back. I was working at a sheet metal place,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm probably gonna go back there.
Okay.
That was ideal.
They do like the stamping, or?
We do, I guess they like steam and paint the metal pieces and then like ship them out like car metal parts, machinery parts, like car frames,
Oh, okay.
all different types. All I really do is it's a lot of heavy lifting because they have the trucks come in, you unload the trucks, and then we just hang the metal pieces on the little machine thing that comes around. They take them, the pieces go through like this little steamer type machine thing, and then they paint it, and then they come back around, and we just take them off the hook and just put them in the box, load them up, put them back on the truck.
Oh.
It was 4 on, 3 off, so that was more ideal because
That's a great schedule.
I mostly have my children the back half of the week.
Sure.
But since all this, I've been having them every day. So it's like,
How old are your kids?
my son is grown. My oldest daughter is 14, and my youngest daughter is 7.
You said your oldest son's grown. How old is he?
He's 18.
They all live with you then in Milwaukee?
Well, my son doesn't.
Your son doesn't?
My son doesn't. But
Okay. All right. That's not, Erica's not his mama, is she?
no.
Okay. Who's she mama to?
Arsenaway, my daughter, my oldest
Okay.
daughter. Yeah.
All right. So, okay, so you have 3 kids. All right. So, look, Darrell, I haven't talked to Erica personally. I know. So part of what happened last night is, she was just being strange, you know.
Which she is because she drinks.
She's a nut. You said she's a nut.
drinks.
You said she drinks.
When she does that,
So we got a report about an altercation between the 2 of you, okay? All right. But they couldn't find her for hours. That's part of the reason I didn't know anything for hours. You kept asking, right?
that's what it was.
So they couldn't find her for hours, and I had to kind of stick with and hang out with you, and then I'm just, guys are looking for her, and finally they find her and they talk to her, and seems to me, based on their conversation where they're at, she could be a little out there. We all know how women can be, right? Have you ever been married?
No.
3 baby mamas or 2?
3.
3? Are they all whacked? Or just one?
No, my son's mama is, like, she's from out this way. She's from New Berlin. Grew up in New Berlin out here. Sweetheart.
Okay.
Works, takes care of home, sweetheart. And her second son is autistic, so she's really, really, really hands-on mom. No issues with her at all. Erica's the only one that I have problems with. Even my youngest daughter's mom works, comes home. We don't fight. We don't argue. We co-parent. I have my daughter most of the time, and she's okay with it. Erica, she's a sweetheart until she gets that alcohol.
The alcohol's the problem.
Then you all type of bitch ass niggas, and I have somebody touch you, and I'm gonna keep my daughter away from you, and I'm gonna make sure you never see her again, and you talk to bitches every time your phone ring. I'll hit you upside your head with this pen. She's even my mom doesn't even like her around when
Yeah.
she's drinking.
So that, okay, and so that's what, yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with it. I've never been with anyone that is as bad as what you're saying right there, but I think he can attest to it. We've all been
Dan
through
probably
it.
looked like he
We've
been
all
through it
been
with
through
some
it.
chicks, man.
We know some of the crazy things they'll say sometimes. But, again, and this is to give you more clarity, and like I told you last night, every now and then, you can see it's just the two of us. There's no one else here. So it's just, I know there were some other people last night that had you uncomfortable. That's gone. That's all gone. I explained to you why that was going on. You know us. We're not going to do nothing to you, right?
Yeah.
Trustworthy. You can be comfortable with us. We're in this room. It's just the two of us, just the three of us. So we can, I feel like, talk in a more open way and a more comfortable way where there's not, there's not anything around that you feel is strange, right? You got to spend a lot of time with us. But the reality is right now, Darrell, I don't know Erica. I know you've described her. I didn't speak to her. I didn't know her. I've been doing this a long time, and, I know some of, the domestic claims they'll make. So, again, I'd like to sit down and try to chat with you and learn a little bit more about you and Erica and what makes her tick, and both when she's on and when, more particular, she's off, and get an idea of what's going on. And what I consider this conversation, Darrell, is more information sharing. I'm not going to sit here and be a total jerk and talk to me and sit here and say nothing. I got some ideas on kind of what she said, but that's all we got, and I don't know how accurate what she said might really be. And that's why I want to give you an opportunity, if she's off the fucking wall, and I need to know it, to give you a chance to tell me. Like I said, just the two of us in
She
here now.
definitely
You know what I'm saying?
She needs to be on some type of medication, man.
Sure. I hear
And
you.
she knows this from the past. Like, I've been dealing with her for 16 years, so this isn't just some chick I just
You've been
met a
through it a
few
lot.
years. Man, I've been knowing her for 16 years.
Gotcha.
Going through this with her.
Okay. So,
This isn't the first time. She's even told my mom I'm gonna get this. Even in the past, I'm gonna get him locked up.
okay.
And then she'll tell my mom, "Oh, he didn't really do that. I was just mad and I was drunk." And my mom was like, "He got that baby at home. Why would you do that?"
Right.
And that's the kind of information that.
And then-
My mom wanted to go upside her head because she was like, "Dude."
So then that's what we're looking to uncover if we can, Darrell. Now, like I told you last night at the hospital, because we're not like on your living room couch,
You heard that pop?
a little bit, because we're not on the living room couch. Just relax, you'll be all right. You're not.
It
nothing's broken.
just hurts like right up in there. I don't know if it's a muscle.
I've had shoulder injuries
doing
too,
this.
and they're tough. They're one that's aggravating. So
It just keeps doing this.
Yep, I hear you. So I gotta read you the sheet again. Can I do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like I say, we're still the same three guys that were chatting all night long yesterday, and it's just because we're in this building, and we're not on your couch that I gotta read it. Okay. And I know you've heard it before, so you kind of understand that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions before I start for me?
Only thing I want to know is, what in the heck am I being charged with anything?
Well, she's making some, like I said, alleged allegations against you, kind of, for being physical. So that's what, if that's BS, that's what I'm looking to hear from you. Okay?
Total BS.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, we couldn't track her down, so that's kind of where we're at. It's this typical back and forth stuff that guys like you go through with their baby mama all the time. And they're all, there's a lot of guys out there in your spot, and a lot of times, maybe it's not always fair to them, but that's kind of what
I
I'm
wish
trying
they
to
had
figure
a
out.
law to where people could, if you do that shit, you should get in trouble.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, why, you shouldn't be able to just be like, "Oh, I'm pissed off, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
call and do this."
Yep. I agree.
Like, why would you put me in that situation and then we're gonna end up being together anyway?
And that's
Why
we're
would you
here
do that?
Trying
And
to
that's-
judge that credibility.
Yeah, and that's total BS. So that's what that's why we're sitting in here with you, to try to sift through the BS, if that's what we got, and go from there.
Crazy, man.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking girl, man. I said this last night too, didn't I? She get drunk and remember I kept saying that she fucking acts a fool and I'm the one that pays for it.
Yep, I remember.
I just had to pay $1,000 to get out of jail just because she was mad. Oh, you was talking to another bitch.
Yep, I remember everything you said.
Don't nobody can't keep
But
shitting out
I'm
money.
sure there's a lot more to it that I don't know, so that's the goal here, okay?
This fucking girl, I can't believe
So,
shit.
You ready? Should I start reading?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's all right. I'm not. I just don't feel rushed.
Pull
I just
my
want to
fucking hair out.
All right. Darrell, do you understand that you do have the right to remain silent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Understanding that, Darrell, if you decide to give up that right, anything said, you say may be used against you in court. Excuse me. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Darrell, do you understand you have the right to consult with an attorney and have an attorney present during any questioning?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand, Darrell, if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you by the court?
Yes, sir.
And I know last night you were a little uneasy, but being I've been able to give you more understanding of the above rights, are you willing to speak with me at this time?
Yes, sir.
Can you do me a favor? Now you see how I wrote your answer, yes sir, and those are my initials, and then another slash. Can you put your initials next to mine at those 5 questions and then just sign right down here?
Oh, this hurts so bad.
Thank you, Darrell. Appreciate that.
Oh my God. Okay.
So just as we're chatting with you know, we'll just write down, so we get your story straight. You know, we'll probably be writing down a few notes from what you say, okay? Just so you know, I got my pad on the table here. Give you this. I don't know if I ever gave it. There's a business card of mine too. I don't think I ever gave you one last night.
No, you didn't.
Okay. So tell me, Darrell, about Erica, right? You got one child with her?
Yeah.
How old?
14.
What's her name?
Arsenaway.
Arsenaway.
Yeah.
Okay. She a good kid?
She's acting out now.
Okay. Where did you meet Erica?
I met Erica in Nevada.
Like Vegas or somewhere else?
Reno.
How did you happen to meet her out there? Like what were the what's the circumstances?
Just being out and about.
Okay.
Just being out and about.
How many years? So Arsenaway is 14. How many years ago did you and Erica get together? Did you meet?
About almost 16. It's been about 16 years.
Okay. Were you working out there at the time in Nevada?
Yep.
Was she too?
She may have still been in high school, maybe.
Okay.
Back then.
Okay. And you guys never got married?
No.
How old is she?
31.
31? Okay. So is she originally from there?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. And you said you were originally from Detroit, ended up out there working, and you
In
meet her.
Milwaukee. No.
Oh,
I was
Nevada.
born in Detroit. I grew up here, but I ended up.
okay.
Yeah, I ended up staying on the West Coast for a few years, and
Okay.
that's how we met.
Okay. So, did you guys stay in Nevada? I guess walk me through kind of, if you can, I guess you guys' journey a little bit from Nevada to how, she said something about Georgia. Maybe you were in Georgia for a while. I don't know if that's right. And then now you guys ended up here. How?
Yeah.
Kind of what's your guys' timeline?
The Georgia thing was because we were off and on for a while, and
Mhm.
the Georgia she ended up initially because her mom had custody of her kids. She has 5 kids.
Okay.
She lost custody of all her kids because of drinking and domestics with her other boyfriends and her other 2 baby daddies.
Mhm.
So this is a frequent. It ain't just with me.
Sure.
This is a theme with her.
Yep.
She fights and with everybody she dates because of her drinking. Her family took the kids. Her mama was the first one, and then one of her cousins had got the other girl or something. I can't remember exactly how it went, but I know her mom had 3 of the kids.
Okay.
Her mom had my daughter, and then two of her other ones.
Mhm.
And her mom just basically put her foot down, like, look, if you gonna continue to drink and do what you're doing, I'm not gonna let you, you know. So her mama just basically, I'm taking the kids. You can't do what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna take the kids. And her mom moved to Georgia first.
Okay.
She stayed in Reno. Then maybe after about maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years or something like that, her mom convinced her, look, come and try to build a relationship with your kids now. It's been a long time. You ain't seen them in a couple years. That's why she moved to Georgia.
Okay.
Her mom passed away, though, 2020 July or something like that. Her mom passed away, so, but her mom's wish on her deathbed that she told all her family is don't let her get those kids. They gave the kids to her anyway.
Okay.
They was staying from hotel. They didn't even have nowhere to stay. They was staying from hotel to hotel to hotel.
Were you in Reno or Georgia at this time?
I was in Milwaukee at this time.
Okay. How many years ago are we talking?
This is recent. Her mom passed 2020.
Okay. When did you get back to Milwaukee?
I got back to Milwaukee years ago,
Okay.
2017, 18, something like that. I had been back in Milwaukee. And at that time, like I said, we've been off and on these 16
Down
years.
south for a while during
Right. I didn't know we had, like I said, we go off and on. When I get to the point when I'm like, look, dude, I love you to death. I'm always going to love you to death. Even my child's mama, I care about you. But while this is going on, I'm not finna. That's the reason why we wasn't having any contact.
Okay. Okay.
So,
I mean, obviously you stayed in somewhat contact.
yeah, that's my child's mother. I'm always going to try to, make sure she's okay. At least that, even if we're not actually dating.
Yep.
I'm at least going to be like, do you need anything? Are you all right? My mom, too. My family, my mom didn't even meet her until she came to Wisconsin. All these years, and my mom just met her in June.
And do you stay at is it your mom? You talked about your mom. Is it her address you stay at now?
She owns the house.
She owns the house.
Owns the house. She doesn't stay there anymore, but she owns the house.
Okay.
She has her own house she stays at.
Yeah, I think we put your mom as emergency
Yeah.
contact. What did you say her name was?
Dawn.
What was the last name?
Woods.
Dawn Woods. Okay. All right. So then, when is our Sinaway? Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, sir.
Is she up here or is she still in Georgia?
She's still in Georgia.
Okay. When did Erica come back up here? Come back up to the Milwaukee area?
She never was here in the first place. She didn't come here until June.
This year.
This year.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
the first time ever being in Wisconsin, being around my family, my mom and everybody up here, because her family won't do anything for her. You gonna keep drinking? They basically told her, we're washing our hands of you. You don't want to do right. We got to take on the responsibility of your kids. All the kids are still in Georgia. None of them are up here, so what does that tell you?
All Erica's other kids.
Yes, all of them are, yeah. And they just basically told her. They tried to get her to go to rehab. She didn't want to go. So they just was like, fine. If you want to stay hotel to hotel drinking and doing what you're doing, we're done. Okay. We'll make sure the kids are good, but we're done. And that's when my mom stepped in and was like, look, you staying hotel to hotel to hotel to hotel. Maybe it'd be best you come up here and we can get you set up and get you a job and start helping you get on your feet. My mama told the both of us, not just Erica. She said, man, whatever y'all need, I'll help.
Okay.
Boom. She came up here. I showed her how to make a resume, get a job. She got a job at a hotel. Everything was going good, but she starts drinking.
Did she stay with you at your mom's place for a while?
She was staying with me at my mom's place for a while, yes.
Okay. On North 19th there?
Yes, sir.
So it was just you and her. It wasn't your mom staying there. She just owns it?
Yeah, she owns the property, yes.
Okay. So she comes up in June.
And everything was good. Everything was good. until
So what's this thing you said you just got out of jail, like last week? Did I have that right from her? or something?
no, it wasn't from her. It was a paternity case here in Waukesha for
Okay.
my son. So it wasn't a criminal case. I had what did they call it?
So it was-
some type of hold.
It was
because
unrelated to her?
it was unrelated to her. I think it was because I missed court,
Okay.
but they were saying it was because I have to pay the rears now that my son, the regular child support order isn't on my name anymore because my
Mhm.
son's grown and out of school, and his mom never had any state assistance like food stamps or anything like that. So the order, they ended it, but they said I have to pay the rears.
All right.
And I had a court date, I think, in the summer sometime that I missed, and that's why they put the hold out.
Okay.
So when I came here, all I did was they picked me up. I came to Waukesha. I went to court maybe a few hours after I got through booking, and they was just like, okay, well,
It was a Waukesha warrant?
it was a Waukesha paternity.
Where does, so it sounds like this goes back to what's your son's name?
2003. It goes
What's
back
his
to
name?
2003.
What's his name, your son?
Xavier.
Where does he live?
He lives in Menominee Falls.
Menominee Falls.
Yep.
Okay. So it was a paternity warrant, reference him, so he's not in Waukesha, he's in Waukesha County?
Yeah. Well, when he was born, like I said, his mom is from New Berlin.
Okay.
I guess that's Waukesha County.
In Waukesha,
Yeah.
All right.
So the order is out of that county.
So that got all taken care of though, once you got released from jail and whatever needed to be
I
done?
have another court date coming up for
Okay.
that. It's just
Okay.
to make sure that I can, verify some things for them. Am I going to be working? Am I, because
Yep.
the rears, they aren't like really significant like that. It's not like I owe $30, $40, $50,000 or something crazy like that. They just
Mhm.
like, you just got back pay.
Sure.
That's basically what they said. You just got back pay. He's
Okay.
he's 18 now. He's grown. He has his own job, his own car. Like,
Like you said, that's not correct.
yeah, just pay. Yeah, just pay.
Okay,
I didn't even know I had the court date. That's why I was like, when they said I had a
Yeah.
warrant in Waukesha, I said, for what? They said, oh, it's just paternity. I'm like, my son's grown. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
Mhm.
So you're still in North 19th, right?
Yes, sir.
Is Erica out?
She's not around me.
How long has she been out of there?
She hasn't been around there since October.
Okay. Where did she, so I didn't talk to her. Where did she go?
I have no idea.
Okay.
She says she knows people. She has friends that she hangs out with.
Where?
I
did you
don't.
say they are?
I don't know. I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you. My mom just told her. She said, y'all, if y'all gonna keep arguing and doing all this, you gotta go.
You keep in contact with her though, like?
I haven't
with the
been.
parent?
I haven't been. Recently, I haven't been because my mom was basically just
So
like,
your mom threw her out?
she didn't really throw her out. She was just saying, if you're gonna be drinking, if y'all, because my niece and nephew are there.
Okay.
They see this stuff. My nephew calls my mom, and he's like, dude, she out here tripping.
Okay.
Uncle keep telling her to leave, because it'd be times where I know she'd come drunk, and I tell her, just leave. And I'm not going nowhere, you bitch ass motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And my nephew would call my mom, and because I kept telling her, I said, don't call the police on her. She just drunk.
Okay.
It's not, she's not, trust me.
All right.
When she comes to it, she's gonna be crying and, I'm sorry.
Was she drunk yesterday?
She's drunk. Anytime she can get a bottle, she's drunk.
Okay, I understand. Was she drunk yesterday?
I have no idea.
Did you see her drinking yesterday?
No.
No. Okay. So you don't know if she was drunk yesterday? Okay. But didn't see her drinking?
No. But I guarantee you, she probably was most likely.
Okay. So,
She only acts crazy like that when she's drunk.
you know what? She didn't have slurred speech or anything.
Yes, she did.
She did?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, she was just, I saw her doing this. If I didn't see it, I'm not gonna lie on her.
So,
But I know how she act. I've been dealing with her for all these years. I
Yeah.
know.
what brought you to Waukesha yesterday? How did you get out here?
I was meeting up with a friend to watch the Packer game.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I was out here.
Where did you go to watch the game?
To a friend named Stephanie.
Her house, a bar, or?
A house.
Yeah, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable or anything, but what's the address there? What street
I
is it on?
have no idea about Waukesha. I don't know the streets.
What was
I
it
don't
near? I know you had to see something near it.
know.
So what was it near?
Like a gas station?
Have you been to the house before?
No.
Never before?
No.
What's Stephanie's last name?
I have no idea. I
Sure,
have no idea.
When did you guys set this up?
Maybe a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Like I said, I have a few friends. I have a few friends in Milwaukee that have people out here, so
Okay.
it's not, I don't, like I said last night, I don't know the streets in Waukesha. It's not where I usually hang out at, so I couldn't say, well, this street, and this, you know, I couldn't.
All right.
Stephanie, like a friend of yours, or like a friend of a friend?
A friend of a friend, mutual friend.
And what did you
She
say
was
her
just
last
like,
name was?
I have no idea.
How long have you known her?
That was my first time meeting her. So,
How did you get the number to know the house to go to?
a friend.
So how did you get to her house?
My friend. I went with my friend.
Okay, who's that?
My friend, I don't really want to say his name. I don't know if that's going to incriminate him in anything. So,
Okay, so let's go with this. How did you come? I know you saw Erica yesterday in Waukesha because we talked to her. Now I don't know everything that went on, and I'm not saying I believe everything she told the other officers. How did you come to meet with her in Waukesha? One, and two. You say you don't know Waukesha, but where did you meet her? A gas station, a park? I know you met her. Where did you meet her? What happened yesterday?
Yeah,
so, because if this is BS, like you say, and I know you met her, what happened?
I met
So
her
what happened when you met her? Where did you meet her? Let's start with that.
by a gas station.
Okay.
I don't know what I was supposed to be getting some money from her.
Okay. For what?
It was the rest of my money that she had of mine that she was holding for me.
Okay, how much?
It was supposed to be $350.
Okay. And why did she have it? Why was she holding
Well,
it?
she had been holding it for me for a few weeks now, but like I said, I hadn't seen her.
Right,
my
but
mom
what was she
already-
holding, why did she have it? Why was she holding it for you?
She was just holding it for me because I told her to hold it for me. But it didn't have anything to do with, this was weeks ago. She had been holding the money. And because I had no contact with her, I couldn't tell her, and my mom wasn't going to let her come to the house to bring it.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, look, man, if I'm going to be out there, I'll meet up with you and get the money, but I'm not hanging out with you. I'm not having sex with you. And she was just like, oh, you want to kill? I'm like, I'm not finna do none of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to be around you. I get that. I understand that. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not supposed to be around you. I love you to death, man. You're my baby mama. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't supposed to be like a hangout thing. I told her, I'm like, I'm out here. And she's like, oh, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? And I'm like, look, I'll meet up with you to get the money and, you know, give you a hug or whatever. But she was like, well, I need some. I'm like, no, we can't do all that. I'm not going to have sex with you. I'm not going to hang out with you or none of that.
All right, so you told her you weren't going to do any of that stuff.
No.
How did you set the meeting up? Did you talk to her on the phone, Facebook Messenger, text message? Cause
I talked to her.
I don't think she said anything about that. So just, I mean, if she's BS, how did you
Yeah, because
meeting with her?
This is what she does.
Hold on one second. Hold on, one thing at a time. How did you set the meeting with her? How do I verify?
That's what I'm saying. If she can't get in touch with me, that's what she'll do. She'll go to social medias and do all this and try to talk to people and all this and that. I got in contact with her through a mutual friend that we both know. And I was like, okay, tell her I'm out in Waukesha or whatever, and I'll meet up with her to get the money. And then she put us on the call. And she was just like, where you at?
Three-way call?
Yeah. And she was just like, where you at? I'm like, look, I don't know where I'm at. do you still got that money? She's like, yeah, I want to give you the money, and I want to do this and do that. I'm like, no, I'm not finna hang out with you. I'm gonna meet up with you, get the money, give you a hug and kiss. We'll talk later.
Was it still daylight?
It was still
You met with
daylight.
her?
It was still
Okay.
daylight.
So
Before
is-
or after the fact game?
This was, I think the game was still on.
Game was on, so
The
you
game was still on.
left Stephanie's to go.
Yep.
Okay.
The game was still on. So I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I want to see you. I ain't seen you in like a month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to lie and say, man, that's my baby mama. I love this woman. But I can't hang out with you. I can't do anything with you, you know, that type of thing, deal, and whatever the case may be. But, yeah, that.
And this is on your cell phone? The three-way call, obviously, it's your cell phone because you're not on the phone, right?
My friend's phone.
Friend's phone.
Yeah.
But yesterday, so do you have your phone?
No. That's what I'm saying. No.
So who is the friend whose phone you were using to talk to her on a three-way call?
I don't want to say his name because I don't want to.
Okay, I guess, so you saw her though, right? You met up with her, okay. So, how did the conversation with her end?
With me walking off and her being pissed off that I didn't want to hang out with her. I said, look, I'm not supposed to be around you, I'm gone.
Okay.
When she
Whose
said,
car did you use to get out
she
here?
said I didn't have a car.
No, whose car did you use to get to Waukesha?
My friend is the one that said he was gonna go hang out and watch the Packer game. I said I'm gonna go with.
Okay. Whose car did you use to get out to Waukesha?
I didn't use anybody's car.
Where does your friend live?
My friend lives in Milwaukee.
So you didn't walk to Waukesha. Whose car
No.
did you guys use to
My
get
friend,
out?
I just said my
What
friend.
type of car does he have?
I
I'm just trying to figure out how you got here.
Yeah, I know, but it seemed like you trying to like spin me up or something. Like
I'm just asking how you got here. Whose car did you drive out here?
I didn't drive at all.
Whose car did you come out here in?
My friend.
Okay, right. What kind of car is it? So here's the thing, Darrell.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, she's coming at us. I told her she's talking about some domestic related issues, okay? You know, and I don't know if she's on BS. I don't know if she's not.
I'm telling you.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. I don't want you to get...
Yeah, 'cause
Hold on, let me finish. You know, I don't entirely know all that, okay? I'm just right now trying to figure out how you got out here. So, I gotta step out with my partner for a minute. Just relax. I don't want you to get you all nervous, okay? But, you know, I'm not trying to be confrontational, but I don't think, when you meet her out in Waukesha, and you're not from Waukesha, I think a reasonable question is to ask, how did you get out here?
Yeah.
Whether you drove, someone else drove, and if so, when you got out here, what type of car you were in. So just, every hour or so, my boss, he knows we're out here, I just gotta call him, say, yeah, we're talking, I'll call you back later. Just gotta step out, throw in a line with him, and we'll come back. Just chill out here, enjoy your soda, we'll be right back, all right? Sound good?
So we done talking or?
No,
No,
we'll
no,
be
no,
back in
we'll
a
come back
minute,
and talk
just
to
chill
you.
out, and we'll be back. I
We
don't
just
wanna
gotta
put
make
you
that
back in
call.
that cell, I just gotta make that call,
That check-in call.
all right?
In the middle of the conversation?
Well, do you wanna tell me about the car?
We can go another couple minutes.
Yeah, but I'm
I mean,
just,
I gotta call him, I can come back, but I just,
listen, I'm willing to, listen, Carpenter, you've been straight up with me, you've been straight up with me, right? All I'm saying is, I just wanna know what I'm looking at, and if I can just notify my girls, that's it. I don't have a problem with talking to you guys at all, I just wanna know what am I looking at, that's
I told you
it.
at the start, she called about some domestic abuse related stuff. Now, I didn't talk to her myself, I told you that at the start. You said she was crazy, we talked about
Y'all know that, y'all
Yeah.
talk to the woman.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Other
I
officers-
apologize, you talk.
Slow,
Other
Darrell,
officers that we listened to the interview.
slow down, Darrell.
Did she look beat up? Did she look, like, dude?
Darrell,
Like,
listen
come
to me.
on now, man.
Slow down, dude. All right? We can't explain it to you if you keep talking over us. You know what I'm saying? All right? I didn't talk to her. I didn't see her. Okay? Now, she said you met out here, which you've confirmed. All right? You're from Milwaukee. All right? And I'm just asking you, you have to understand, I don't know everything. You know, so that's part of the reason I'm asking you questions, okay? I didn't talk to her, I don't know how crazy she is or isn't. You know, I wanna believe you when you say she is, all right?
It's just
But
when
part
she,
of it
it's
is
just when she drinks.
Yeah,
that's all.
it's asking you,
I'm not
okay,
just gonna, you
Yep.
know,
you know,
just
what's
throw
going
her down
on
the toilet. You know what I mean? That's,
with her,
she
you know,
does
as
this
far
all
as
the
how you
time.
got out here, too. How did you get out here? You know, what car did you come out, what car did you come out here in?
Our job is detail oriented. You know, a lot of people think
Yeah.
our job is to like get people in trouble. Our job is
No, I
is
understand
to
that.
keep
It's
truth.
it's just hard to be like when you go through this and you don't even know. Like I haven't even been able to talk to my girls and be like, yo, I'm okay.
Have you,
You know what I'm saying? Like this,
you've been
you
through
be
this
in
a lot?
a situation like this, and yeah, but
With law enforcement, I mean?
I've been able to call somebody too.
You've been,
You know what I mean? And
Right.
at least just say, hey, did y'all go to? I'm okay. Did y'all go to? Are y'all good? Okay, I'll talk to y'all when I
They
can.
know you're okay, Darrell, because we knew you were gonna be here for a while, so I know an officer talked to your mom and she knows you're okay.
But how do I know that? Like,
Well, I'm not
haven't
gonna
talked-
make that up.
I know.
I know you haven't, but I'm not gonna make that up. I know she knows you're okay.
I stay getting in these.
But
It don't
You
matter
know,
what I do, man. Even when I
I
don't
don't
do
wanna-
shit.
hold on, Darrell.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to overly frustrate you either. That's what I know you've been arrested before, right?
Yes.
You've been through this shit before, right?
Yes.
Have you ever prayed on it?
Yeah, I
Talk to
pray.
God?
I pray. Yeah, that
What's your religion, if you don't mind me asking?
Christian.
Christian?
Very strong.
Born and raised Christian,
Born and
Catholic,
raised,
Lutheran?
Baptist.
Baptist?
Strong family, both. I got reverends. My granddad, rest in peace, and my grandma, my daddy's side were reverends. My mom, strong church family. I grew up in church,
Mm-hmm.
being baptized.
Do you go regularly every Sunday, or?
I try to. Since the COVID, our church isn't doing congregational things. They're kind of just doing it like online. You can watch the service on Zoom, whatever the sermon's gonna be for Sunday. They broadcast it live on Facebook. So me and my mom, since we can't actually go to the church, which has been our church home
Yeah.
ever since my mom was little. So I have the same church home. Was baptized in that church, buried my sister in that church. That's the only church I really know.
Take communion and stuff?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm strong believer. Strong. If you talk to my mom, you notice that off top when you talk to her.
Any of the tattoos religious you got? I don't really know all of
Well,
them.
I got this Virgin Mary.
Yep.
This cross when
Sure.
my grandma when she died. I didn't get the scriptures that I wanted yet.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna get some scriptures. A few Psalms, a few Proverbs. Proverbs is one of my favorite books.
Yeah, I'm Christian too. It's a powerful thing, talking to God.
It is. It's just my thing is this, man. Like, like I said, I probably made a mistake by just having contact with her, but I'm not.
Why do you say that?
Well, because of how she acts. She's like, it's almost like she forces me to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like I'm forced. It's either you're not. I'm gonna take you out of your kid's life. You're not. I'm gonna keep your kid away from you. If you're talking to females, I'm gonna. It's almost like she makes me play by her rules, and if I don't, she has me by the balls because she know I'm already going through stuff as it is, and I'm like, why would you do? My intentions is like, dude, you've been around my family. We got a child. You've been around my other. Like, we not them type of people. Like, I love the shit out of you. Why do you do this to me? And when you know I don't do shit. I don't do shit. So why would you put me in a position to go through something like this when you know I don't do anything? Because I don't want to hang out with you?
Has anyone ever arrested you for putting your hands on her? Not Waukesha necessarily, Milwaukee, anyone?
No.
Never?
Never.
You don't have
when I
you
got
don't have
arrested.
any open cases that you can't contact her?
Yes.
You would have said that?
Yes.
What's that about?
That's because we had a domestic that she claimed I smacked her, punched her, did some stuff like this.
When was that?
This was recently. I got the case is open.
So you did get arrested?
I'm going through the case right
You
now.
got out?
I got out, and you know why?
Okay.
She's calling and telling them, oh, I was just drunk, I was just mad. I was just drunk, I was just mad. And they said, oh, we're going to, Milwaukee picks it up anyway.
So it happened in Milwaukee?
So she was recanting to Milwaukee?
Yes.
Okay.
And she told them I was drunk, that's why I said it. She called my mama and told my mama the same thing. My mama was pissed because she had to pay all this money to get me out of jail for something that I didn't even do. That she told my mom I didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You will put me in this position just to be like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I was drunk, I was mad, you was talking. Why would you do that to me?
Sure.
Why? And that was the whole reason why, on top of her drinking, and my niece, because my niece is still kind of young, my niece, if any type of yelling and stuff like that, because my sister, rest in peace, she passed away, and my niece's father used to fight. So when my niece, if you even rah, 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 my niece gets kind of like, what the hell is going on? She gets real. My nephew is kind of like, oh, shit, you know, because he's 22. So he's like, Ma, she out here, what should I do? Just tell your uncle to tell her to fucking leave, you know, or we are going to call the cops. But then I'm the type of person, I don't want to call the cops on my baby.
You've been through a lot with her.
16 years.
So I can see how that's frustrating. Let me ask you this. I don't want it to be overly personal, but it's a thing I probably don't understand. You've had to battle with this with Erica for 16 years. Call it the elephant in the room, I'm white. I don't know what it's like to be a black man. I'm sure there's inherent struggles with that. Would that be accurate?
Yes.
Are a lot of them from the legal sense? Do you ever feel it's hard for you to succeed? Or do you feel, are you happy? Do you feel like America gives you good opportunity? You know, I don't know what it's like to be in your shoes. Do you feel like it gives you good opportunity here, although maybe not as good as others? Do you feel you're better off here than you would be somewhere else? Or do you have resentment like, yeah, my fucking country's against me? It just feels like, you know, how do you feel in addition to everything you're putting up with her?
I definitely, I mean, I don't feel that, you know, my country is just, you know, I don't feel, I really feel like, yeah, there are definitely, it's harder to get the benefit of the doubt being black. It's harder to, you know, and I'm not saying you guys, but majority of the time, you're kind of looked at as a troublemaker, or, you know, even if you have a record that like I said before all this stuff, I have been in trouble in a decade.
Okay.
A decade. That was 2011, and that was for weed. So it wasn't like I was just running around and just doing all this stuff. Like, I come from a good family. I didn't have a father growing up, but I come from my mom, she bust her ass, man. 2, 3 jobs sometimes. So I've been through being on welfare, having to stay from house to house, and being in homeless shelters. I've been through that growing up. I remember standing in the government cheese lines and having to get all that stuff because we didn't have.
Sure.
I remember all that. So I definitely do feel like I don't get the benefit of the doubt sometimes being a black man. I feel like it's easier because of my record to just assume. I do feel like that. Sometimes I feel like I do have a little bit against me.
Sure.
But it's no place I would rather be than here in America.
Okay.
It's no place I would rather, you know. I do feel, yeah, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you working and stuff like that, you can succeed. You can,
sure.
Yeah, you can. Like, I come from that. Like I said, I try to be hands-on with my kids. That's the most important thing to me in this world, is my children and them not having to go through what we went through. And I don't want, because I'm not going to lie, I love this girl, man.
Erica?
I love her, man, to
Okay.
death, man. I love her to death, but she knows. She knows. I would, like, why would you do this to me? She knows this.
Mm-hmm.
She know I would never hurt her or anything like that, but she goes so off the fucking handle. And it's like, why, dude? You get my freedom taken from me just for trying to love you?
Right.
Just from wanting you to do better.
Yeah.
For me saying, when Georgia was going on, like I said, they were staying from hotel to hotel to hotel to hotel. Sometimes roach infested. I don't know if any of you guys been to Atlanta. It's not the cleanest place. It's not, okay? It's not. Y'all going through all this stuff, and I say, look, I got your back. You know, whatever you need, man. Whatever, I got your back, dude. My mom, hey, you might need to leave from down there. You don't got no support. You know, we can help you get set up here. We got your back. You got a whole side of your family that you never even met. My daughter, she haven't even met my mom and my side of my family because of, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, you got people that support. Like, come up here and listen. You know what I mean? So that was the plan. It wasn't never like,
Right. And
you
then
know,
it all went, yep, it all,
she started,
hasn't changed, it goes sideways,
started
and you gotta
drinking.
deal with that, and then she makes this complaint, which gets you back.
yeah, and it's
in
like,
the
why
legal
do you
system,
do this to
and-
me? And I promise you, my right hand to God Almighty on the throne with Jesus next to his side, the woman is going to sit up there and say, I was drunk, I was mad, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, now I got to go through everything just for you to do that. Why did you do this to me?
So you think she's gonna come back to us and say that here?
I know she is.
Yeah.
She did the same thing with that. And then my mom was calling her, and then she says, oh, well, I was drunk and I was mad and he was talking to females on his phone. So you send me to jail?
It doesn't seem fair.
It's not fair. Why?
From your perspective, I totally see.
My mom was like, well, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I don't live over there. I can't go over there. My mom works third shift. My mom is 60-some years old. She can't go all the way from Oak Creek over there on 19th
Yeah.
to make sure my daughter is going to school and do all this and do all that. And my nephew, like I said, he's 22. Half the time he with his friends, half the time he doing what he do, and half the time he don't even come home till late. So that just leaves her in the house. And that's why I'm like, why would you do this to me when you know? You know
So
all this is going on.
You're fighting. You're fighting hard, and you're trying to get through her. You know,
I just
you
want my
talk
life
about-
back, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I love this woman. I love this woman. I would not hurt this woman. I want to see her do better, but I don't want her around me if she's drinking because I'm going to get in trouble. She's never going to be like, oh, I'm just mad and this on the spot. She's going to wait until I'm freaking locked up and then be like, oh, I'm sober now, so I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that.
That makes
When are you going to get in freaking trouble for doing that?
That